I'm gonna start off this draft video with a plea. When Damon Hunt gets drafted, if it's not by the Devils, I don't know how I'm gonna feel, because it is perfect that his name is one letter off from Demon Hunt. Gotta be a Devil. Has to have. It's bad enough that I watched Miroslav Shaitan bounce around the league a little bit, and he never got to play in New Jersey. And it was the one combination that we all wanted to see as hockey fans. So Devil's Hunt sounds fantastic. Devil's Defenseman Hunt, not as great, but Devil's Hunt. That's that's what I want to see. He's a defenseman. He's 6 foot tall, 198 pounds, and he's a work in progress. And this was a rough year for him. So I'm going to cut him more slack than I think some of the scouts did. I honestly, you know what? I will. I'll cut him more slack. His strengths: teamwork, strength, puck handling, and passing. And he's a good passer. His numbers show that. He's number 49 on the hockey prospect list. He's number 65 on Elite Prospects. Number 25 on Central Scouting amongst North American skaters. Bob McKenzie has him at 44. Interestingly enough, Craig Button, also of TSN, has him in the 90s region. So Craig Button's not sold on him at all. But the reason that I'm saying to give him a break is look at his numbers. Last year in Moose Jaw, playing for the Warriors, 57 games, 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points. This year, playing for Moose Jaw again, 28 games and 15 assists. No goals, but notice it's only 28 games. Why? He missed 12 weeks after a skate blade cut his arm. So pretty scary injury, and young player, but there are some noteworthy things with him. So he's 17 years of age and wearing an A in the WHL. So there's some leadership potential there. And again, when a guy misses that much time, I'm willing to give him a little bit of a pass if his season was a bit underwhelming. Good transition game, and he's seen as having good defensive positioning. And part of what comes through with scouts is maybe this kid's hockey, the way that he's been playing it, doesn't suit the style of game he should be playing. So this is one of those players who maybe gets picked up as, well, maybe he'll be a two-way offensive defenseman, and instead he is transformed into a defensive defenseman, a Mark Mathot type, as it were. He may not have the offensive potential for the NHL, and this is the question mark. The 0 goals in 28 games are seen as a red flag. But again, he did miss 12 weeks. And so I'm again willing to give him a bit of a pass, and he had 7 goals the year before. Just a rough year for him all around. And we'll see whether or not this is one of those guys. Again, you look back on 5 years and go, hey, that Damon Hunt of the Devils, it's got to be the Devils, right? It has to be. It's sort of like when you see a player come along and his first name's Jesus, you're saying, please let the Angels get him. Please let. Oh, that's fantastic. So, but that's not on the back of the jersey, and Damon won't be on the back of this guy's jersey either. So you lose a little bit in that. So the offensive potential may not be there, but there are some good things even in the scouting reports. Lacks skill, but plays like he has it. That's both praising and damning at the same time. It's praising in that, he goes out there and he plays and he's got confidence and he's doing it, but at the same time you're like, you probably shouldn't be playing that skill game. Injuries have killed him, but he's a really good player. And that WHL employee also said they think that Damon's going to have a better career than some of the WHL players that are listed ahead of him on the scouting reports. Saying, yeah, this kid's going to be pretty good, and we think he's underrated. On other scouting reports, skating's very good, but I didn't think he had enough skill to play the way he did. And that's the key thing, is when a guy's playing, and we've seen where maybe a defenseman doesn't have great defensive games, so at the NHL level he becomes a forward, or he just has so much scoring potential, becomes a forward. Forwards who come into the league and end up being on the blue line, and maybe he'll be one of those guys that, the offense that he wants to have, that a team has to sit him down and go, Damon, you seem like a great kid. Welcome to the Devils. We project you to be a third pairing defensive defenseman. That's what we want you to be. We want you to work on the physical side. We want you to work on the, you've got the defensive positioning. We want you to work on the rest of the defensive side of the game. The offense, that's probably not going to be your game at the NHL level. So it's a matter of, again, he could go late in the second. He could go early in the third round, depending on where you have him ranked. And he's going to be an interesting one to watch. Moose Jaw had a tough time while he was out too, and those things were definitely linked. So again, what kind of a defenseman is he going to be? Is he going to be an offensive defenseman? Is he not? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below regarding Damon Hunt. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.